First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. Also to the true Black Messiah, the King of Kings, Yahweh Shah. Also the founder father of the truth out of One West. This is Fallen Kings coming right back at you with this truth. The name of this class is Solomon Wisdom Excel the Wisdom of Egypt. As you see on this stream here, you see the chariots. That's this is the type of technology and the understanding that King Solomon had. And if you read my past class, leading up to this class, I did a class on regeneration and who Yahweh Shah was in his past life, and it was King Solomon. So further ado, let me get the scripture. I'm gonna pick up from the Wisdom of Solomon. I'm gonna pick up from the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. I'm gonna pick it up from verse 17. All right. This is the Wisdom of Solomon. All right, it's the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 17. So they load up here. Come on. All right. He has given me Salakia. Let me get the right verse here. Bear with me, Israel. For he has given me certain knowledge. This Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7, verse 17. For he has given me certain knowledge of the things that are namely to know how the world was made. Salakia. How the world was made. Let's pause for a second here. So King Solomon knew how the world was made. That means all the neutron, all the electrons, all the currency, all the atoms. He knew how the world was made. I want that to rest on your spirit for a minute. For he has given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made in the operation of the elements. The operation of elements. So, King Solomon, he knew how different elements works, like electricity, currency from electricity, metal, iron, all these different elements. King Solomon knew how they worked. You feel me? That's what type of level that King Solomon was ruling on. Okay? It's the second verse. The beginning, the ending, in the midst of times. Salakia. So King Solomon knew the beginning, the ending, in the midst of times. Now let me touch on this real quick to show you that he knew the end of times. I'm going to go to Ecclesiastes. It's the book of Ecclesiastes. Let's see what chapter it is. Come on now, computer. Now my computer want to act up. Alright. Alright, this is Ecclesiastes. I think it's 3 and it's 17 horses. Alright. Get it real quick. Ecclesiastes 10 and 7, Salakia. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 7. I'm going to go right back to the Wisdom of Solomon. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking. Salakia, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Stop it for a second. During the time of King Solomon, under King Solomon rulership, it was not one Israelite under servitude. It was not one Israelite slave under the rulership of King Solomon. We was balling. We was wealthy. we was beyond wealthy by any means. You know, we was ruling. You feel me? Under the rulership of King Solomon. Okay, so I just want to point to you to show you that King Solomon knew the beginning, the midst, and the end of time. So okay, so we got that understanding. We go back into the wisdom of Solomon. Pick it up at 18. So I'm gonna pick it up at verse 18. All right. So the beginning, the ending, the midst of times. The art of the author. Look, the arbitration, Salakia, of the turning of the sun. The arbitration of the turning of the sun, meaning in science, in so-called science, man-made wisdom, they teach you that the earth moves around the sun, but King Solomon said it's the sun that does the moving. Okay. So the beginning, the ending, the midst of times, in the authorization of the sun of the Slakia, the authorization of the turning of the sun in the change of seasons. So King Solomon knew it was going to be autumn. He knew it was going to be spring. He knew when it was going to be summer. Okay, so he was like the forecast before the forecast. You know, before your channel news, channel 13 or whatever channel you got news. He was the true forecast teller. He was the first forecast broadcaster. Okay. All right, the circuits of the years in the position of the stars. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7, verse 19. He knew the circuits of the years. Now, if you want to know the understanding of the circuits of the years, when you read the book of, I think it's the book of Exodus, I believe. I don't know what, I think I'm sorry, it's like Genesis. When Joseph was ruling, the Most High gave Joseph a vision on 7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine. That's the circuits of the year. So King Solomon knew when it was going to be a good year, when it was going to be a bad year. He knew when it was going to be a mediocre year, you know. And check this out. In the this Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 19, second verse, and the position of the stars. Let that sink in your spirit for a second. He knew the positions of the stars. That's a level that no man have come past. You know, not no microscope or nothing can teach you the position of the stars. All right, further ado, let me get the second verse here. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 20. The nature of living creatures. So King Solomon knew the nature of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts and the violence of the wind. So he knew when the thunderstorms, tornadoes, he knew all these different things. He knew when the thunderstorms were going to happen, all this stuff. And the reason of men. So he knew how to deal with people in the reason of men. So he knew how to deal with people with depression, bipolar, who had mental problems. He knew how to deal with those type of men. In the diversities of the plants and the virtue of the roots. So he knew what plant that can heal what and what plant that can heal what part of the body. He knew what plant that can heal cancer, that can heal all different type of diseases. Now this is a heavy verse. All such things that are either secret or manifest, them I know. So King Solomon knew everything. Okay? So I just want to touch on the wisdom of Solomon. And just to show you the greatness of of King Solomon. And you can see here, look at this chariot right here. You can see the technology that King Solomon was ruling with. You feel me? He knew he knew the understanding of it. Like, look at the chariots. You feel me? He knew the type of technology that runs the chariots. This is a very heavy topic here. You know? I just want to show you this class touch on just want to show you the power and the level that King Solomon was ruling on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wrap it up here. Ain't no flyer jet or no technology that man made can comprehend the speed of a chariot. You feel me? I'm gonna wrap it up here with this last verse. This is Ecclesiastes 9 verse 18. Wisdom is better than weapons of war. As you see here, wisdom is better than weapons of war because the type of technology and understanding King Solomon had, there's no man that's going to be able to go to war with Yahweh Shah when he returns, because his technology and his understanding is far past this world. I'm gonna close it up here. This is the book of John 18 verse 36. Yahweh Shah answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then my servants will fight. That lets you know that that the Yahweh Shah kingdom is not of this world. I mean, the technology, the understanding, the wisdom that the heavenly wisdom. This world can't comprehend it. Try to catch a chariot, you can't catch it. And some of these chariots are so fast that you can't even be captured on camera. You might see a glimpse of it. You know what I mean? It's pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap it up with this class. I want to give all honor and praise to the Most High Yahweh, His holy precious Son, the true Black Messiah, the King of Kings, Yahweh Shah. Also to the founding father of the truth out of One West. This is Fallen Kings coming right back at you with this truth. Shalom.